Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, today is Free Day Friday, March 25th. Man, I'm so glad about today. I have made it through another week. I don't know about you, but I am so glad that God saw me through this week, man. Hey, I just want to quickly encourage somebody today on Free Day Friday. I want to be able to set you free. Listen here, know your worth. Know that you are worth something. Know that you have value. Last week, we went to a mall on last week for spring break with our kids. And we went into this particular store. And in this store, they had shoes that initially they were selling for $1,000. Now, these shoes were refurbished, and now they were selling for about $600. Somebody had already walked in them, stepped on them, used them, scuffed them up. To me, the shoes were ugly, but the shoes were on sale for $600. Listen here, that began to speak to me because I understood in that moment that, you got to know your value. You got to know your worth. You got to know that you bring something to the table because, listen here, just because one person doesn't want you doesn't mean that the next person does not. See, you're not going to be for everybody, but you are for somebody. Listen here, we've got to understand, we got to remember that if we're not starving for attention from everybody, then sometimes we price ourselves out of some folks' lives. See, what I mean by that is that when you're not a yes person and when you're not starving for attention to get everybody's attention and grasping and doing gimmicky things, then sometimes people don't like who you are. And that's okay, because you got to know your worth. You got to know what you're created to do. You got to know that God has already created you for a special purpose, and he doesn't need you to satisfy everybody. You don't have to satisfy everybody. Yeah, that's our desire to satisfy everybody, but you cannot satisfy everybody. See, when I saw those shoes, man, they were scuffed up. They had marks on them, man. They were ugly. See, some people gonna say you too ugly to be their friend. Some people gonna say you too fat to be their friend. Some people gonna say you too skinny to be their friend. You too light skinned, you too dark skinned. Hey, that you got too many cars, you don't have enough cars, you got too big of a house, your house is too small. But regardless, I need you to know your worth. I need you to know your worth. You got to know the value that you bring, and don't let anybody diminish that value. See, you haven't started your business because you're concerned about what people gonna say about you. See, you don't want to go into a different arena, and you don't want to do something different because you think people gonna feel a certain way about you. Listen here, so what? Know your value, know your worth, know that you are worth something. So the Bible says that you've been bought with a price. That means you are worth something to somebody. And I want you to understand that you are worth something today. Know your worth. Don't let anybody diminish your value because of what they think. See, because I thought those shoes were ugly and I wouldn't pay for them, obviously somebody will. And so you got to know your worth. You got to know your value. You got to know that what you bring to the table. And so I want you today to get up off your behind, stop feeling sorry for yourself because of what somebody has said or what somebody has done, and go out there and accomplish your goals, your dreams, your desires, and go get them today. Because you deserve it. Because your worth should help you to build your confidence. Now, you ain't got to walk in conceitedness, but hey, walk in confidence on today because you are worth something, all right? And so listen here, I just wanted to encourage you with that quick word today. Man, listen here, today is another Friday. We've made it through. And if nobody's told you today, I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Let's go to the top.